Hi, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back for those of you who might be returning or seeing some of my other videos. Today we are deep diving into the world of iconic albums and ranking them in a tier list. Disclaimer, this is not ranking the artist or the studio recordings of the album, but rather the sheet music, books, piano, vocal, guitar books, or guitar tab books for the albums. Also, keep in mind this list is subjective, so don't come for me in the comments, but feel free to share your thoughts on the ranking. I would love to hear them. So what are piano, vocal, guitar books or guitar tab books? Piano, vocal, guitar books and guitar tab books are both types of music notation books designed to help musicians play songs on specific instruments. Piano, vocal, guitar books typically contain the complete music notation for a song, including the melody line, lyrics, chord symbols, and piano accompaniment. The melody is also a lot of times included in the piano, so that piano can play by itself if needed. And then the lyrics are written out below the melody line so that vocalists can sing along while playing. Chord symbols are also provided above the staff, indicating the chords that should be played, and then pianists can use the chords either to make their own accompaniment style or play the provided arrangement. Guitar tab books are pretty similar, but specifically designed to recreate music on a guitar instead. I love collecting these books, like how people collect vinyls or different albums, and while both have their merits, there are some reasons why I prefer the book versions. One, I already have the music on Spotify, and so collecting the records feels a bit redundant. It's also a lot more interactive and fun to learn how to play the songs, and there's a much different experience of just streaming it, and they provide a lot of utility in that way. And it's generally more affordable than vinyls, and also I just feel like it's a more unique collection. I don't think I know of any other people that really collect them. Some loose criteria to keep in mind: things like, how often do I pull them out to play them? How many songs are in the book that are worth playing? How well do the arrangements actually translate to piano? Does it inspire me to listen to the full album, or learn or appreciate new songs? Does it give me any new insights into the songs or make me like the songs more? How hard is it to play? Does it feel good to play? Like literally, like the tactile feeling of pressing the keys. Like, does it feel good to play? And then, like, how well are the songs arranged? Okay, so editing Terrell here. Somewhere along the way, the audio and the video, they're out of sync. So just don't look at that and you'll be fine. Okay, let's get into the list. So I picked albums for books that I own personally and have played through myself. So if you don't see your favorite album here, that's why. There are a lot more books I would love to get, but they either don't make them, Dua Lipa's Future Nostalgia, Hello, Where Are You? Or I just haven't got them yet. So I'm going to rank them roughly in order that they sit on my bookshelf, which is by artist and then order of release. But first, let's get into the categories. Sitting at the bottom, we have Cut the Cameras, Deadass.
Cut the cameras. Deadass.
Basically, it just doesn't really work that well, or there just aren't many songs that I'm really drawn to, like wanting to play. Basically, they can stop printing these now. Yeah. Next, we have Great Gowns, Beautiful Gowns.
Okay, great gowns, beautiful gowns.
Like, I see you, you tried, and no comment. In the middle, we have Mama, kudos for saying that, for spelling.
Mama, kudos for saying that, for spelling, like seriously, oh my god.
Basically, I'm happy it exists, it's inoffensive, I'm happy to have it, but I just probably don't pull it out that often. And then second from the top, we have Angela Bassett Did the Thing.
Angela Bassett did the thing.
Like, yes.
Angela Bassett did the thing.
It works, it's fun to play, it translates well to piano. Like, they did a good job here, and we should give them their flowers. And in our top category, oh, she's taking it.
Oh, she's taking it.
Like, they really ate with this book. Like, extra care was taken with the arrangements. They sound good on piano, and they're fun to play. So, let's start. We got a lot of these rock albums here at the front, starting with American Idiot by Green Day. So, this book is like, it's pretty cool. Like, I'm happy to have it. It has some cool extras. Like, in the front, it has the like original. Where's the camera? It has like these original like manuscripts for the lyrics. I don't know if you can see that. It's like kind of cool. So, like, you're not gonna get that on Spotify. But yeah, overall, you know, I don't really pull it out that often. Wake Me Up When September Ends, I would say, is a highlight. But this is going into Mama. Kudos for saying that, for spilling. Next, we have An Infinity on High by Fall Out Boy. Iconic album. Doesn't really translate that well to piano. Also, keep in mind, this is the guitar tab version of it, so that's a part of it. Yeah, this one, we're going to put this into Great Gowns. Next, we have Folie à Deux.
Folie à deux.
By Fall Out Boy. This is probably my favorite Fall Out Boy album. Like, no skips at all. It is the guitar tab version, but I do find that a lot of the songs translate decently well with a little bit of effort, and so this one is going into Mama. Kudos for saying that. Okay, our last Fall Out Boy album, American Beauty, American Psycho. What to say about this one? This one I actually do have in the piano vocal guitar version of it. So we got, you know, all the notes here arranged for piano. I think, just to be honest, I don't know. It's not my favorite Fall Out Boy album in the world. And so, like, I don't really pull it out that often. And sometimes I kind of forget that I have it. So, yeah, this one's going in Cut the Cameras. they tried there, and that's okay. That's okay. We should all try more in our lives. Next, we have Riot by Paramore. So this one I actually don't have the physical book for. I actually only have it digitally, but I do have the whole thing. And it's the guitar tab version of it. I have played like actual piano vocal guitar arrangements of some of the songs, and I obviously prefer those a lot more. And since it is in guitar tab form and just the way the songs are, they just don't translate super well to piano, or it's just hard to make them work. And so for that reason, Riot is unfortunately going into Cut the Cameras. Don't attack me. Oh my gosh, I love Paramore. I saw them on tour this past year. They're amazing. It's just, yeah, I just don't really get that much use out of being able to play the songs, unfortunately. In our next one, this is the last guitar tab book. I also have this one digitally. I don't have the physical version of it. I would love to get, if someone like out there knows where to get this, like, I don't know, tell me in the comments, because I would love to get the physical version of this. But we have A Fever You Can't Sweat Out by Panic at the Disco. Like, okay, I know I've been like crapping on the guitar tab versions of a lot of these, but something like they cooked with this one. There's something about this tab that just works. Like she's taking it. It's so good. Like, no skips. All the songs are super fun to play. Like, it taught me more about like the structure of the songs. It's great. It really is great. Especially the transition going into what's their big song? my gosh, the title. They title these songs so badly. Like the really popular one, like literally their most popular song. I'll put it on the screen what the name of it is. I'll think of it.
Haven't you people ever heard of? What a shame.
But yeah, this is S tier for sure. Like the album is great, and playing it is a good time. Moving on, we have Evanescence. So between the Evanescence albums, I have like half of them in physical form and half digital. This one I do have physically. This is like a compilation album. Basically, they took songs from a bunch of different albums and put them all together into one book. It does have some cool artwork in the front, and it has music from the 3 other albums that are also on here. So for that reason, since I have it physically and it does have like their best songs all in one place, it gets bumped up a little bit. This is going into Angela Bassett Did the Thing.
Angela Bassett did the thing.
Evanescence music always translates super well to piano, so you can't really beat it. Next, Fall In by Evanescence. This one, I have it digitally. It's an iconic album, but there's just something about the piano arrangements on like literally their biggest song, like Bring Me to Life, that like almost doesn't work on piano, even though it's literally written for it. Like it's fine. It's going into Great Gowns. It's straight into Great Gowns, but above Infinity on High. Next, we have The Open Door, Evanescence. Pretty similar. It's going into Great Gowns, but higher up. I don't know. I just don't really go to it that often. And like I said, a lot of the songs are also in that first book. So, yeah. Next, we have Anywhere But Home. This one is going into Mama, kudos for saying that, for spilling. Only because this book contains the song Missing, which is missing from the compilation book. So the only way for me to play it is to pull it out. So I do actually get to pull that one out pretty often, even though it's digital. So yeah, that one is going into Mama. And lastly, Evanescence, Self-Titled. So I do have this one physically. It's a good album. You should check it out. I'm not sure. It's like kind of middle of their career. It's not their most recent stuff, but it's after kind of they reached their peak for sure. But I mean, Lost in Paradise and My Heart Is Broken, literally those 2 songs alone bring this up into Angela for me. So yeah, it's going up there. Great book, great songs. Okay, done with Evanescence. Moving on into The Fray. So, How to Save a Life by The Fray. Pretty much the only 2 songs I ever really play out of this book is Over My Head Cable Car and then How to Save a Life. I mean, I love both of those songs, especially Over My Head. So, let's see, where are we putting this one? It's going into Great Gowns. It's high up in Great Gowns, but it's going into Great Gowns just because I honestly don't really know most of this album, and it has not pulled me into actually listening to the album in full yet. So maybe one day, it just hasn't happened yet. Okay, and then we have The Fray, Self-Titled. Similarly, I only really know like 2 songs out of them, but the 2 songs are good. So it's going as well into, yeah, it's going into Great Gowns. Very beautiful gowns. Done. Moving into Daughtry. we have, and I guess this is self-titled by them. Yeah, it's just called Daughtry. I mean, classic album. Home. It really pulls this album up kind of on its own, and then It's Not Over, the opening track, also great. I mean, I don't know, people hate on Daughtry a lot. I don't know, I like them. It's really nostalgic for me, that kind of early 2000s rock, and they don't really have that sound anymore, but happy to have it, happy that I get to own it. It's going into Great Gowns, high Great Gowns though. And then Leave This Town by Daughtry. Similarly, I mean, actually, no, this one's pretty good. It has September, as well as No Surprise. I don't really play any other songs out of here, or really listen to any other songs besides those two, but they're really good, and I love them, and I love how well that they like translate over. They sound really accurate. This one, I don't know, this one's a fun one. I don't know, I like Daughtry. Like, also Nickelback too. I'm gonna get attacked for saying I like Nickelback. We don't have that anymore. I miss it. Bring back Daughtry and Nickelback. Oh dear God, it's going into Mama. Kudos for saying that. Let's put it next to Green Day. There we go. Okay, we are done with the rock category. Moving on into some pop albums. Let's heat it up. Getting ready for the good stuff. Some Nights by Fun. I actually had no idea that this book existed. I was surprised that they even made this if it's such a niche album. Like, this album dropped when I was like in high school, and Fun was like the biggest thing, and then they disappeared. So, it was a good time. They had a good run. Basically, though, like half of this album is like pretty fun to play, like songs that we know, all the singles basically. But the Some Nights intro I'd never heard before, and then when I opened up the book and started playing it, I was like, oh, look at that, I did not know this song existed, and I ended up liking it. And so, hey, it showed me something new. So, value of having a piano book version of it. Let's put this one. This is going into Angela Did the Thing for like opening my eyes to like some new songs I hadn't heard before. It pulls it into Angela. Great arrangements. Yeah, it's up there. Also, it's kind of cool to have, like, pull this out and be like, hey, who else has this? No one. So, okay. Harry Styles, Fine Line. What to say? It's pretty good. I mean, I like a lot of the songs on this album. This is my favorite Harry Styles album. It's the only one I ever really got into. And the music is pretty good. Like, I think the arrangements pretty fun. They sound pretty accurate. Yeah. This one is going into Mama. Kudos for saying that. I mean, yeah, for spelling. Yeah, he spelled with this one. Bruno Mars, 24 Karat Magic. Honestly, Versace on the Floor. Like, what more do you need? Like, that song, the arrangement in here for Versace on the Floor is so good. Like, it's all in there.
All this is here for you.
It sounds great. It's fun. It sounds impressive too. So for that reason, I mean, yeah, they did the thing. They did the thing with this one. Putting it above Fun. Okay. Another male pop star, Charlie Puth. I actually really like Charlie Puth. I think he's like fairly popular. He's pretty big. Also saw him in concert. He's amazing. Just so good. Literally so good. Also, I love this album. Literally, my favorite Charlie Puth song is "Boy," which is on this album, and it's honestly okay. we get it, Charlie Puth is talented, but he's kind of gatekeeping a little bit with the book version. Honestly, these arrangements are a bit more difficult than the average piano vocal guitar book. But like they do sound great. Like once you get like everything down and learn some of the more weird chords and harmonies he has in here, it's a lot of fun. For that reason, let's see, voice notes is going into Angela Did the Thing, right next to Bruno. Okay, let's hop on over to England for a second. One Direction. Here we go. I never really got into One Direction while they were actually big, like when I was in high school. Like you hear the songs here and there, but it's pretty good. There's like a couple songs in here that I like, and that actually pull it out fairly often. Come On, definitely a highlight. In terms of the book version, yeah, it's cute, it's fun. It's like, it's One Direction. Like, come on, I get to physically own like a copy of One Direction. It's kind of cool. This is going into Mama Kudos for saying that. Let's put it below, right next to Harry. Here we go, put Harry. One Direction, Harry, there you go. You guys belong together. And One Direction 4. Pretty similar to their other album. I definitely like this one more. I think the songs, it's just more, either, I don't know, the songs are just a little bit better, maybe a little more mature. And yeah, they're fun to play. I think they sound good. Arrangements sound good. And yeah, some of my favorite One Direction songs on this album. So, putting this one into Angela. Let's put it next to, in between Bruno and Charlie. There we go. Okay, I think we just have, all the female pop stars left. Well, do we consider Alanis Morissette a pop star? I guess she's more alt rock. We're not ranking Jagged Little Pill, actually. They'd make a Jagged Little Pill piano vocal guitar. I don't have it. I do have the Broadway musical version of Jagged Little Pill though, in book form. So decided to leave it out since that's technically a musical album, not a pop album. Maybe I should rank musical like books specifically in another video, but that's a whole nother category. They're a little different. They're a little more weird. Supposed Former Infatuation Junkie. I'm not sure how well known this album is. Honestly, it contains some of her best work in my opinion. Even better than Jagged Little Pill. I do think this album is better than Jagged Little Pill, which is a strong statement. But yeah, just so like it's so unique. Like I don't know, just go listen to some Alanis Morissette. It's good for your skin. Like literally, if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have half of the female pop stars we're about to get into. So stop sleeping on Alanis Morissette. It's great. They really ate with this one. This is going into Angela. Hi, Angela Did the Thing. So there we go. I am scared for this next one. Beehive, Do Not Come For Me. This is a great album. We saw her on tour. She ate down Boots the House Down Mama. Yes. Mother, Beyonce, in physical form. It's pretty cool. I don't know. It's nice. It's also a thick book too. I don't know why this is like thicker than the other ones a lot of times. They're not that thick, but this one just has some weight to it. It feels nice. Also, it looks good. It's simple. It looks, I don't know, it's clean. I think there's just I didn't really get into, obviously we're familiar with Beyonce and we listened to her growing up, but I didn't really get into her until some of her more later stuff, maybe like Lemonade and On. So I wasn't like really listening to this album when it came out, but it's good. I just don't think it's an electronic album and it just doesn't translate that well to piano in all honesty. Like for example, A lot of the songs, especially when there's like rap verses, like it doesn't even have the notation anymore. It will just have like the stems for like the rhythm, and then yeah, like you just can't play. There's a lot of missing information, I think, is really what it is with this album, which is no fault to Beyonce herself. But yeah, it's just not as much utility in terms of just playing it on piano, and so for that reason, it's going into great gowns. It's going into great gowns.
Bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh dear God. Okay. Dua Lipa, self-titled. I don't know where Future Nostalgia is. Someone please, if they start printing, or like if they publish a piano guitar for Future Nostalgia, someone email me, let me know something, because I'll be buying it immediately. But in the meantime, we have self-titled, and it's really good. Yeah, I think that if you haven't gone back and listened to her self-titled album, her debut, you should do that. I mean, there's some great pop hits on here, and yeah, it's a cool book. Like, she looks great. Like, she's slaying. So yeah, it's a good book. This one is going into Mama. Kudos for saying that. For spilling, it's going pretty high, actually. Let's put it in between there. Next, Avril Lavigne, The Best Damn Thing. I mean, a classic, iconic. Need I say more? I mean, Girlfriend. I mean, yeah, this is just fun. This is pure fun. Like, she's just a girl, and that's what you get. This one's pretty good. This one's going into Angela. Like, they did the damn thing with this one. There we go. Oh, this is getting long. Okay, almost there. We got Olivia Rodrigo up next. So not Sour. I actually don't have Sour. I just felt like I didn't either like Sour enough, or just didn't listen to it that much and to warrant buying the book just yet. It's on my list. Maybe one day I'll get it. I don't know. Maybe I should link the Amazon wish list if someone is feeling generous and wants to buy me more sheet music. We can link that in the description. But yeah, Guts, her sophomore album. I like Guts a lot better than Sour. It's good. I mean, I'll listen to it all the way through. There's not really any skips. There's very few songs I don't really listen to, I guess, from this album. But okay, honestly, the biggest sin, I think, for this one is what they did on Bad Idea, right? I don't know how to show this. Whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is, literally, my favorite song off the album, it doesn't, the melody line isn't there. I guess she's technically not singing, and so they put the rhythm stems there instead of actual notation, and so you can't play it, which is such a crime.
What a shame.
For that, honestly, for that, it's get dropped into Great Gowns, because that was a personal attack on me. Whoever arranged that was a choice that you made. It was a choice. Moving on. Teenage Dream by Katy Perry. Wow. Look at that. I don't know. This was just cool. This is literally one of the most iconic pop albums, and we're physically holding it. Look at that. I mean, yeah, classic. You can't really do any wrong. This one's going straight into Mama, though. Just because, I don't know. They're I don't know. This is not. I should publish this. Oh, it is how. Oh, Helena and Alfred. Not important. Anyway, it's weird it has both publishers on there. But yeah, it's okay. I would say the recording, studio recording is better than the book, but happy to have the book. It's really cool to own. So mid tier, not a mid tier album, but the book. It's a little mid tier in my opinion. Now, what's not mid tier though? Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is probably one of my most prized possessions, bangers by Miley Cyrus. Like, oh my gosh, she ate with the album, they ate with this book. Like, the fact that they make this, it's just, this is neat. I don't know. This is a no skip album for me. So yeah, this book, everything is great. Some songs are a little harder than others, but it's super worth it. Yeah, this one's good. This one is going, yeah, this is going into Oh, She's Taking It.
Oh, she's taking it.
Like, this is just, I'm pretty sure I paid a decent amount for this one too. I might have overpaid for this one to get it, because it's kind of rare, but we got it. Here we go. Other Miley album. To be honest, and the Summer Vacation was not my favorite Miley project. It's fine. Standout Violet Chemistry, I would say, is definitely the only thing really saving this. Flowers is fine. I don't know. Violet Chemistry pulls it up for sure, but it is going into great gowns, beautiful gowns. But it's cool that they make it. And also they made it really quick too. Like, this album had just came out and I saw that they had the piano book for it. So moving on. Rihanna, Good Girl Gone Bad. Classic album. I mean, Umbrella. Do we need to say more? I mean, Don't Stop the Music. I mean, to be honest, there's actually, I guess I don't really know that many songs on the album. There's a lot of songs on here that either I haven't heard in forever or I'm not sure if I've ever heard. I need to actually just listen to this album all the way through. Oh, Shut Up and Drive. That's pretty good. Where are we putting this one? It's going into Great Gowns. High Great Gowns. I just don't think I know enough songs from this album to fully appreciate it just yet, but we're happy we have it. We're gonna keep cooking with this one. Loud by Rihanna. Now, this album, however, classic, iconic. Like, all these songs eat, and they sound great. Like, Love the Way You Lie, Part 2 on piano. What more do you need? This is going into Mama, Kudos for saying that, for spilling. Mid-tier, it's fine. Selena. You Were Young, it's fine. We've all been there. Also, this is Selena Gomez and The Scene. I guess this was technically when she was with her band. So, I mean, Love You Like a Love Song, it's a hit. It's a bop, a half. And then Who Says? Otherwise, I don't think I really know any other songs on here. This is unfortunately going into Cut the Cameras. Behind Cut the Cameras. But it's going, like, I don't think we really need to print any more of these. And that's okay. That's okay. We need to be printing more of these, because Rare by Selena Gomez. Okay, this album, I don't know what it is, but it translates so well to piano. Like, pretty much like every song on here is so good. Lose You to Love Me. We love a ballad on piano. And then also, like, Let Me Get Me. I don't know. You guys need to listen to Let Me Get Me by Selena Gomez. This album, honestly, like, people sleep on this album. This is a really good album. Both the studio recording and then also the arrangements are super good. There are, like, a lot of interesting harmonies that they really capture well in this book. yeah, like she's taking it. She is taking it with this one. Okay, moving into our last three artists, the big three. We got Ariana Grande up next. My Everything. I don't know why they don't make a Honeymoon Avenue. Like, I haven't been able to find the book for Honeymoon Avenue. If anyone knows where to find it, or if you have it, let me know. But yeah, we're starting with My Everything. I mean, One Last Time, Break Free. I mean, Just a Little Bit of Your Heart. Like, so good. So good. I'd say it's on the lower end for Ari albums in terms of the book. Also, the font or something about the printing of it's like a little weird, but overall, I mean, it's fine. This one, it's going into great gowns. We got to make room for what's to come. Sweetener. Also upside down. This is the right side up for the book. Sweetener. It's experimental for sure. I think you don't really get a good sense of just how experimental this album is until you take a look at it in notation. Also, the keys, I don't know who. First of all, one thing to say about Ariana, she's gonna gatekeep her music. This probably has some of the most difficult arrangements out of all the books that I own. I don't know if it's I don't know. I mean, Ari likes to show off. It's not super easy to play, but it's worth it. Also, I think Breathing probably has like the best like feel on piano. Like, that song feels so good. Like, you just lock in when you're playing it. There's something about it. Like, it's a spiritual experience. It's really good to experience it. An Angel Cried. Like, it's literally just Ari singing a cappella. And so the fact that it's one page and it's literally just written out with the piano and then like the one vocal line, it's literally just one line. They didn't need to put piano there. I don't know why they did that. And then The Light Is Coming is basically unplayable.
The light is coming to give back everything the darkness stole.
But we saw that coming. They tried though. I mean, there are notes here. I don't know what they mean because that's a song for sure. It's in here. Cool. And then it also did get me to appreciate some other songs as well. I mean, it's pretty good. It's a mixed bag for sure. It's good. It's a good mixed bag. But where are we gonna put it? Sweetener is going in. It's going into Angela. Like, they did what they had to do. They did what they could, especially with Light Is Coming.
You wouldn't let anybody speak.
Hey yo.
They it's good overall. Has lots of high highs and a couple low lows. Last but not least for Ariana, we have Thank You Next. This one's a fun one. It's cute. It's a little more accessible than Sweetener, and I don't know. It's nice. I like it. I pull it out every once in a while. I think it has some good arrangements. This one is also going in Angela. Breathing is really good. Let's put it above. For consistency, it's consistently good. Let's put it above Sweetener. Okay, Lady Gaga. Also wearing my Lady Gaga Chromatica shirt. We love that. If you didn't get to go to the Chromatica ball, you need to do life over because you missed out. Fame Monster. This cover is just so iconic. Like, this is cunty. Like, do they make album, like, when's the last time you saw an album cover like this? I don't know. There's something about that, like, this the fuck ass bob for me. Like, yeah. Does that count as a fuck ass bob? Drop your like definition of that in the comments.
Is a fuck ass bob? What sets a fuck ass bob apart from a regular ass bob? And
a little short. There's only 8 songs in here. I know this is like technically the deluxe to her first album, but literally every song here is iconic pretty much. I mean, Bad Romance alone is putting this into Angela, like, wow. Also, I think the book versions and like looking at like how the music actually, pause up, Little Monsters.
I love you, but there's paws up high.
Looking at the book, like looking at the notation of the music, I mean, it shows you, I think, just how talented Lady Gaga is. There's something very Bach-like to how she composes and like how it feels when you're playing it just on piano without all like the electronic production. Like it comes through just how like classically trained and influenced Lady Gaga is when it's just piano alone. I mean, kudos to her. So, Born This Way. Also, another really thick book. Yeah, this one, absolutely fire. Born This Way, like, not only did I learn like new, more obscure Lady Gaga songs that I hadn't heard before, because like I saw them in the book, and it's like, oh, I've never heard that. Let me like look that up. But like the Bloody Mary, like I never heard the full version of Bloody Mary, and then like actually like playing it, I would realize, oh my gosh, like the original is so much better than whatever TikTok did with it back when Wednesday was like a thing. Like this album is so good. Judas, she's taking it. She's taking it. It's good. Okay. Art pop. How do we handle art pop? This was, I'm so happy that they made this. Also, this one's super unique because so Do What You Want by R. Kelly, which is not in the actual, like you can't stream his version of it anywhere. I think you can find some live performances like on YouTube and things like that, but the fact that it has the original, like, because the Christina Aguilera version is there and it's good, it's fine, it's, you know, what it needs to be, but the R. Kelly version is, I want to say, the superior version. I know it's controversial. We do not, support, you appreciate the art, and then you leave the artists alone. But like the song stands in history. Like I'm just happy that it's immortalized somewhere. At least it's physically here, and there we go. Like the fact that it's here forever, and at least we have a record of it existing, just makes me happy. I mean, I've never heard the original R. Kelly version, and so when it gets to his verse, I actually have to like read the notes to figure out what the rhythm is, because I've never actually heard it performed, but it's in here, and I think that's cool. That alone, like she's taking it. Also, GUI, iconic, translates super well, super fun to play. This is probably one of the most fun piano books to play. Mary Jane Holland, the bridge on Mary Jane Holland, like she literally infused freaking like crack into that. I don't know. This album is so good. If you have not listened to Art Pop, listen to it all the way through. So good. She cooked. Okay. Chromatica. This was probably one of the first piano books that I bought and added to my collection, and really like got me into collecting like pop albums specifically. This one's good. Also, all the different Chromatica like transitions, like the instrumentals in here, I think are done super well, especially the first one. Like they took the time to put that like the string orchestra swell, like the run. It's just so fun. Like, and you don't see that very often in these books. Like they keep them, like the piano book, guitar books tend to be pretty accessible. There's not a ton of like crazy advanced piano techniques in there unless it's super warranted. But I like that they kept you know, a lot of those details in. And yeah, no skips. Literally every song eats, every song I want to play, and every song I know. So this one is, yeah, she's taking it as well. This one, like, this one's up there. Go stream Chromatica. Okay, last but not least, Taylor Swift. Yeah, overall, I mean, it makes sense that a lot of her music would translate really well to piano. Also, keeping in mind, I do have like the OG versions of the albums. They have since released Taylor's versions, like of the piano book, guitar books as well. And eventually I do want to get them, one for the bonus tracks, and then like for example on Red, like the 10-minute version of All Too Well. I don't know why that was slipping my mind. I don't know, it would just be nice to have. I do want to get the Taylor's version eventually, but since, you know, I already had these before those came out, it just made sense to stick with these for now. So we have most of all the songs from the album. But yeah, I don't know. This one, Red, is not my favorite Taylor Swift era. The songs are definitely like nostalgic to, you know, when I was in high school and things like that. Throwbacks for sure. But I do like more for more later, more recent work. But like, it's fine. It's pretty good. It's going into Mama. Kudos for saying that. For spilling. Let's put it next to Dua. Like they sound pretty good. 1989, the original version. I really want to get the Taylor's version of it because some of my favorite Taylor Swift songs are some of the bonus vault tracks from Taylor's version. But this will have to do for now. Yeah, I mean, it's 1989. It's like probably her most popular album overall. They did the thing with this one. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's fine. It's fun. The arrangements work. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Folklore. I think this is probably, this one kind of thick too. And also it has all of the tracks. So it includes the lakes as well, which is nice. It doesn't like explicitly say it's like a deluxe or anything, but it has everything. And this is probably one of the best piano books I think of all time, which is a strong statement, but like it's just no skips all the way through. They're all fun to play. They sound great. They translate super well to piano. I mean, a lot of them were written for piano. They include a lot of like the openings, like the instrumental, like the different like riffs and things like that are all in here. Yeah, this one's great. It feels great. Like playing illicit affairs. Like I knew maybe let's just insert like a short clip. Just how fun it sounds to play, even though I know it's recreating a guitar, like whatever. It's good. Folklore by Taylor Swift. She's taken it. This one, S tier in terms of piano books. Like I would learn to play piano just to be able to play this album on piano. That's how good this book is. Next, sister album, Evermore. The only thing we really need to talk about in here, I do prefer Folklore to Evermore. People have opinions on that, but I will say the fact that they got, there we go, Tolerate It, literally one of the best songs, like definitely the best song on the album. I don't know, it says it's in 5/4 in the book. I know some people say that it's actually 10/4 not 10-8, it'd be 10-4. I mean, I guess the same, doesn't matter. But such a unique song, such a cool song. Also on the Eras tour, like the film, one of the best scenes. Also, it introduced me to a couple new songs that I hadn't really, because I didn't really listen to ever. I've listened to it all the way through before, but I don't revisit it that often, and so I'm not like familiar with a lot of the songs. But getting this book encouraged me to learn some new ones. So also, I mean, for Tolerated alone, like taking it right up there next to Folklore. Like literally learn how to play piano just so you can get these 2 books. Okay, last but not least, Midnights by Taylor Swift, 3 a.m. edition. They do have like I don't know why they sell the regular album and the 3 a.m. edition separately. Like they came out like 33 hours apart. And it's good. The only thing that makes me mad is the fact that I got this book before like the last, like the Till Dawn edition came out, and I don't think they have a piano vocal guitar book for the Till Dawn edition, so we're missing like 1 song. Kind of annoying, but I mean, we got most of them, so it's fine. Oh no, this one's fun. It's good. A bit more of an electronic album than the last 2, but it has some great arrangements. I wish it had a little bit more information, like for example, like the opening, like little and Mastermind. I kind of wish they put that in there. It's not in there. They just start where the vocals start, but that's fine. I guess it's like kind of hard. I don't know. You can find it. Like people transcribe it online. You can find it. But overall, I mean, it's a fun album. It has some great songs. I wouldn't say it's quite on the same level as the last 2 albums in terms of the book, but it's good. It's going into Angela. Hi, Angela. Okay. That completes the tier list. What did you think? What are your thoughts? What should we have done differently? Do you play piano or have any of these books? Let me know in the comments your thoughts. Yeah. Also, if I should like start doing like covers of like or any of these, or any songs or any of these albums and upload it to YouTube, let me know if that'd be interesting to see, and maybe I can start doing that. But yeah, that's my time. Like and subscribe, comment, do all of the things. Oh, there's a bell on YouTube. Do that. Yeah, everything you're supposed to do on YouTube, do that. Yeah, and then I'll see you in the next video if I make another video. Yeah, I don't know how to end these. I'm not a YouTuber, dear God.